It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Steelers' sure-handed wide receiver.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. On 1st and 10, Davidson. And oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Looking to throw. Davidson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
On 1st down, Davidson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Davidson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Davidson binds, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down. Davidson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Davidson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now here comes Kansas City.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Davidson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Davidson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st down, Davidson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers are pouring it on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's got this down inside the 40 to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. And we're back now in KC. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the... This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing to start the drive. Davidson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes, his throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game, team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL, you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But
and my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Davidson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And now here is another interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Davidson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Steelers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.